he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Finds his tight end. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Quickly complete. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Red pass, it's complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Offense gets set for second down. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They bring the punter onto the field now. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country, and how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy, because he has picked off some really good...
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let him get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. He'll do it himself. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Now on second down. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on first down, and the tight end's a terrific place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like cheat codes. I mean, they just know so much about right here. Seeing zone, know when to sit it down, boom, positive yards, nice positive play for this offense.
They'll give it to the back. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. This third down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And that is no good. Guys, after the miss, no change in the score.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
First play of this drive comes from the 27. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Wide open downfield. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. Looking for room. It's Poe. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. Right on the money. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Williams will pass. Got a man. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The give out of the gun. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24. Back to pass on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Montgomery. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. To the air on first down. He's got the tight end. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
And they finally lift the lid. Man, I didn't know if we were going to be 0-0 going into the half, going into the 4th quarter. The offense finally puts a drive together, breaks that seal. Excited to see now this opens things up, calms people down, and lets them have a little more success.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Lost a throw on first down. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. Oh, he's got some space. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Touch pass on the run. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. And the timing just a hair off. And here comes the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Williams looking for a man. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. He'll pull it down and run. They get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. Now on third down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. On the run, fires downfield. He makes the catch. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Off the RPO, complete. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down. Pressure coming. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
But when it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that one's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Poe.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. He got it. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Under fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
So now they'll try to mitigate that disaster on second down from the 15. Pulls and fires complete. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Still from the pocket, fires over the middle. Makes a grab down the middle. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Here comes the heat, trying to make magic with his feet.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes that do it with ease.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Gives it on the option. whistle down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Finds his big tight end. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. Looking to throw. He's got it, and he'll take it in for the touchdown.
And finally, the offense strikes, man. Puts a drive together, gets points right at the end of the first half. Kudos to their defense keeping them in it. Now you got some momentum. Figure some things out at halftime. Right back in this ballgame.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, thanks. Looks like we've had ourselves a very enjoyable first half so far. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And on that note, time to throw it back to our guys at the stadium.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Williams will pass. On the move, he fires. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. So now it's second and long. The play action fake. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Quick release by the QB.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing it. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
To the air on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. This defense might be reeling after those last two and now facing first and goal. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Gonna look downfield again. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. After getting nothing, it's second and goal from the 6. Back to pass. Looking to the end zone. And into the end zone for a touchdown. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Avery. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Rides the back and leaves it on the option.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Rides the back and leaves it. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there. Now it's 4th down. After the miss on 3rd down, the punt team is on the field. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Williams looking for a man. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
That defender was not fooled at all by the play action. He never thought the offense was running the football. He had his ears pinned back, used his speed to get to the QB.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got some room to run. And he'll take this one all the way to the house. Into the end zone for a touchdown.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Trying play action. Grabbed behind the line, it's Poe. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. Williams will pass. He's got him. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. They bring the punter onto the field now. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. So guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle, it's Parks. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. And he really needed to hold on with that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. Stop right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a fourth down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And you wonder if mechanically something is off with this kicker. That's now his second missed field goal of the day. And guys, we've got almost perfect conditions to kick the football. I'm not sure what's going on.
They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Trying to get behind the defense. It's caught. Lean for the wire. Touchdown.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Complete to start this drive. At the 35, he's open. An explosive play to wrap up the third quarter. Oh, they finally got him out of bounds, but not before he carried some momentum for his team into the fourth quarter. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Looking for a gap. It's Avery. Fighting off the defender.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Inside the 40. Crosses the 30. He's got away. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down. We're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
They've got this defense reeling after that last play. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 15. Motion from the wide receiver. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. They'll go to the air. Looking for the score. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. Power ahead. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good. Down to a possession game, 24-17.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the offense back onto the field. The give as they work on that clock. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. Williams looking for a man. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Punt is on its way. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. So this defense has to protect the lead, but they can also end the deal by putting the quarterback down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Lost to fire on second down. A little screen to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. He's got him in the flat. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw again. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. The give to the back. Breaks into the open. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Virtually unblocked, and he's stopped for a loss of 8. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Looking to fire. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. Makes the grab and knocked down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Works the middle of the field.
And that is perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays. Don't want to give up those first downs and just make that clock run.
That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Give up some yardage. They've given up some plays. No big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Under fire. Escapes the sack. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.